We are at the Lowell National Historic Park Visiting Center. Look at these old buildings. This was an old textile mill. And we're going to learn a little bit about it today. The Industrial Revolution. What was that? Hey everybody, welcome to Tigner Adventures. I'm David and this is Ninette, and we are in Lowell, Massachusetts. I came here, I used to work in Lowell off and on, and I came here one time for an outing and with all the people I worked with. So always wanted to bring my wife and kids here and never got them here until now. At least Ninette's here. So we're going to go in and check this out. We've got some tickets to do the boat ride.
Kids, so
yeah, we'll show our kids.
hopefully they'll watch the video.
The museum is right here behind us. It's actually all around town. You can take a tour around town. You can take a tour through the actual factory where they did all the textiles and things, and had the looms and things and the water turbines and that. So we're going to go on that tour a little bit later. The first one we're going to do is the boat. But before we even do the boat, we're going to get checked in, and we're going to look through the museum here right behind us.
They'll be out 5 minutes beforehand, so around 10:55. The ranger will be out.
Nice little store here, gift shop, and just a little bit of information about the whole thing. We're going to talk to the rangers and see what's going on here. So the whole Industrial Revolution was something I learned about in a history book. And it was like, yeah, whatever. It was school, so I didn't really pay attention to it too much. But I'll tell you, being here in person is a whole different experience and a lot of fun. So the Boott Cotton Mill Museum, that's what we're going to be going to a little bit later after we do the boat tour. And this is what we're going to be seeing. These cool looms, how they used to make cotton fabric back in those days.
In 1810, a Boston merchant named Francis Cabot Lowell traveled to Britain. Lowell visited the factories there and brilliantly memorized the complex workings of the power loom.
So, well, that was a pretty cool little video that they have in the visitor center. And the canal is the Pawtucket Canal, and the river is the Merrimack. So it's kind of interesting how that all came about, and they took something that was never here before in the Americas, and they brought it over from Britain. And the guy doing that last name was Lowell, and he just kind of memorized everything, went on a tour over there, memorized everything, came back over here and got with all their investors, and they invented the whole thing over here. They created it all over here, came up with the new steam turbines and all that kind of stuff. But initially it was all water turbines, and so that was the whole starting of Lowell, Massachusetts. And we are here, and this is the town, and they've revitalized it and everything, so that's really cool for people to kind of see and everything. But
it's a melting pot for everybody to come.
All kinds of different nationalities, even today. A lot of people, different nationalities here, all different from all around the world. So
cultures. Yep,
different cultures. So anyway, it's pretty cool. We're going to go on a boat trip now that we will go and check out this Pawtucket Canal system that they used for providing water to all these turbines and everything. That they used water turbines and things. They came up with a whole unique way, and we'll learn more about that after the boat tour. So hopefully the weather will hold out, but it looks pretty good right now. But it does say rain or shine, but if it gets too dramatic, then they will cancel the boat trip or make it short. But we've been being lucky today so far. It's been pretty good. So been raining a lot around here though, for the last little while we've been visiting. So, but anyway, we're going to go check out this boat tour. We're waiting in line right now. It's going to start here really shortly, so we'll see what's all going on. Merrimack was just a river that ran through this area and they dammed it all up and they built all the existing canals and things. This is a monument for all those hard workers that built all of these different canals that are now used around Lowell and were used back then in the Industrial Revolution time. We get to get on this cool trolley that will take us to the boat we're going to get on. There's our big boat we're going to be taking around.
A building that is built right on the canal, so it is using the water to be powered. And then think about how the water itself is like the electricity that is flowing through the power strip. So there's big openings that are underneath each one of these mill buildings that water literally falls into to help turn the turbines. And that's what you would learn about on the Suffolk Mill Tour. The lock chamber, we have to lower down to match. Also remember that water takes the shape of whatever it's in. You're at the same water level.
So when the lock actually worked, the doors there were the ones that were closed so they could fill up the water or lower the water levels. So this is the Eastern Canal. How the water gets into each one of the buildings as it goes down the canal. It's pretty much empty at the moment, but this is where we're going to go on our little tour of the mill. We are starting the Suffolk Mill Tour. I'm going to take this trolley.
We are going to go into the Suffolk Mill and we're going to see a lot of the old water power machinery. Now, depending on how maintenance feels, the machinery may or may not be running. By the 50s, most of these mills had shut down, and by the 1960s, Lowell was going through a period of urban redevelopment, so a lot of the historic structures were destroyed. Welcome everybody to the inside of the Suffolk Mill. What you are looking at right here is one of the most important pieces of machinery in this mill, because without this, nothing would have run. This is our water-powered turbine. Carefully disassembled so that you can see everything that I'm going to be talking about. This turbine is actually original to this mill that we're standing in. It came out of the turbine pit, that open pit right there. The other one, you can see, still has the gearing in it. You cannot see the turbine itself. That would be in the casing down there. This is the bit of machinery that's actually going to be converting everything into the kinetic energy that is used to power the mill. Allows a single turbine to run machinery both in this direction and in that direction. There is another portion of the mill. These drive shafts here, they would have had a much larger motor located at one end of the road or the other. If the turbine was running, you would notice that this drive shaft above me would be spinning. It will be powered by the flywheel there. If you want to show you this little piece of rope, this little twine that I have here, I'm going to stick this in between the threads here. You'll be able to get a look at how much that's woven in a short amount of time that we turn this on. I also want to point out that this machine is not running as fast as they would have been in these operating mills.
Like it looked like that, like we were inside.
So it went about a little over an inch, about an inch and a half, 2 inches. So that's the end of that, and it's been a lot of fun. It's kind of interesting how things have changed from when I came through. It's been 30 years ago that I came on this tour. There are some things that, you know, the lock's not working right now. It's under repair. So hopefully we'll be able to come back someday to see that. And the actual turbine has been pulled out and they're working on it right now. So we got to see all the things, and the rangers did a really good job explaining all the things and giving us history of everything, but we really didn't get to see anything operating, unfortunately. But it is pretty cool how a lot of these buildings are still standing. They've been repurposed. They've but the National Park Service has now come in and started taking over some of these buildings and trying to keep them the way they used to be, and people kind of recognized that they were losing all their heritage and history here. So NPS came in to start looking into that. So they do have a very good video, multimedia online video that talks about this. So it's definitely something to come and see. So if you have the chance and you happen to be around Lowell, Massachusetts, I would encourage everybody to come and see it. We had a nice fun little trolley ride too. So
It was fun.
so anyway, we'll just plan on catching you guys on the road somewhere, and if not, then we'll just catch you on our next video. But you guys all take care.
Bye.